Children, now you have seen this small code for which I am going to demonstrate you about the actual argument and the following and the formal arguments. So now you can see the main function is here and the function add is here. The main function wants to add the values, but the main function does not know how to add the values. Therefore, it needs the help of the function add to get the values added. That's why the main function will call the function add to get the values added. But then the function add will say to the function main that Mr. Main, I know how to add the values, but which value should I add? Then the main function will say, you don't worry about those two values, I am having those two values in the variable x and y. So the main values, before it called the function add, it has taken the values from the user and is stored in the variable x and y. And when the function add is called, the main function has passed x and y as the argument. And from here, the calling statement, the control will go to the place where it is defined. So when the function is called, the control will go to the function add by taking the values of x and y with itself, and will tell the function add, Mr. Add, I came to you with the values. Now you please correct these two values and you add the values. And the function add has stored the values in the variable x and y. So for this function definition, add, this a and b is an argument. And for this function main, in this calling statement, x and y also is an argument. Now, if you remember, in the last class, I taught you about the arguments with the help of an example of an halwai. I'll give you one example if you remember, children. A halwai X has been called by the person Y to prepare the dish ABC. A halwai X has been called by the person Y to prepare the dish ABC. Therefore, the halwai X will prepare the dish ABC as per the requirement of the function of the person X, Y. Therefore, for the function X and for the function Y, for both this ABC is an argument. But for one, it's an actual argument, and for other is a formal argument. Now, in this case, you tell me first that actually वो values किसके पास थी? जो value add होनी थी, वो value किसके पास थी? क्या value main के पास थी या वो add के पास थी? Actually में value किसके पास थी? The answer is very simple. Actually, the value that has to be added was with the main. बाद में वैल्यू किसके पास गई? बाद में वैल्यू उस फंक्शन के पास गई जिसने उसको जोड़ा. Therefore, the argument which is used at the time of calling a function is called as the actual argument, and the argument used by defining the function is called as the formal argument. So this argument x and y are the actual arguments, and the arguments a and b are the formal arguments. So this argument x and y, which is used while calling the function, is called as actual argument. And this argument a and b, which is used while defining the function, is called as formal argument. Now got the types of argument, children. What is actual argument and what the formal argument? So actual arguments are those which are used while calling a function, and the formal arguments are those which are used while defining a function. Now you take again the same example of a halwai. Suppose a person X has called a halwai. Suppose a person X has called a halwai Y. A person X has called function a halwai Y to prepare the dish ABC. So what the function X will say? The function X will call the halwai Y and will tell Mr. Halwai, you make this as a dish. I mean ABC as a dishes. So this ABC dish's name was passed to the halwai when it is called by the function X. So the function X when has called the function Y, the halwai Y, at a time the list of the dishes that he has given was the arguments for the function X, and those arguments are called as actual arguments. And the halwai Y has received the same list, the same argument. So for halwai Y, those arguments that the halwai Y has received by the function X, I mean the ABC. So for halwai Y, those ABC arguments is referred as the formal arguments. The same children, you can see here that this is the actual argument and this is a formal argument. Children, I hope that these two topics is now clear to you. That what is an argument, what is an argument, and what do you mean by the actual argument, and what do you mean by a formal argument. Now children, I'm going to give you one example, and then I'm going to give you one assignment as a homework. That you should define the function factorial. Define a function factorial which will calculate the factorial of a number. Which will calculate the factorial of a number, and those numbers will be given by some function, by the function main. So now you define the function factorial, a program to calculate the factorial of a number with the help of two functions. One function, the main, which has the values whose factorial is to be calculated, and the other function, factorial, which will calculate the factorial of a number. You make this program, you write the code, test it in a system, and if you have any doubt, you can ask to me. Question is clear to you, children? Define a program with the help of a user-defined function which will accept the number as an argument whose factorial is to be calculated. And those values will be passed by the function main. So in the same way, you will define your two functions. One is function factorial and one is function main to calculate the factorial of a number. This is my first question. One more question I am giving to you children. In the same way, I have told you how to calculate the greatest of the two numbers. How to find the greatest of the three numbers. To define the function greatest, and that function should accept three values as an argument from the function main and should print the greatest of the three numbers. This is my second assignment to you. Test it in a system. If you want to show me the coding, you can send the coding to me in my WhatsApp number. And if you find any problem, if you have any sort of error, you let me know. I'll try to rectify your problems. Okay, children? Till then, you revise all those topics that I have taught to you from the starting till now, and go on solving the questions in a system. And if you find any sort of problem or any sort of error in the coding, you try to send those coding to me, and I'll try to solve out your problems. So till then, have a nice day.